Anton, swimming is that team event that really relies on those individual performances. So not only does the Wolfpack go for that 5-peat, but you now have 4 championships yourself as you prepare to leave this school. What does that feel like for you?
It feels amazing. You know, we always talk about legacy, and this is really something I think I've created and started here at NC State, creating a legacy. If you see, we have 4 people in the A final. It's a really great team performance.
Part of that legacy you mentioned, you've got 4 other guys in the pool that are a part of this with you. Most of them are freshmen. What have you been imparting in your final year with this team?
I think we have an amazing group of freshmen, amazing group of women as well. We saw that last week, where they really performed very well in the 500, 400, and the mile. So thanks to you guys. So it's just an amazing training group, and it's so nice to have a young group that's coming after me.
Well, I think NC State's pretty happy with that performance as well. Anton, congratulations. Ryan, as a senior on this team, you already have the Olympics under your belt, so you know what you are capable of. But when you put 4 members of the Wolfpack in one heat, and they take 1, 2, 3, and 4, how is it to be a swimmer on that team and to find your place?
Honestly, I really don't know. You know, it's just like when you get those 4 guys and we're going up against each other, it's just like practice. You know, sometimes Justin gets the best of us, Jacob gets the best of us, Gio freaking comes out of nowhere and gets the best of us. He's a little speed demon. So it's just having to train with those guys all the times of the week. It's pretty good.
Well, needless to say, you did pretty good tonight, and I think you got the best of everybody. Ryan, congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to Wheezy.
Anton, not only is it something to make a new record, but when you got on the podium, you were standing with the 1st, 2nd, and 5th fastest times in the nation. So what does that depth for the conference as a whole do for your training?
I think this conference is so amazing. Like, we really take pride in this conference. Everybody here wants to do their best in this conference. I think that's really, really special. Everybody gives their all, no matter what, and I feel really fortunate to be in this conference.
It's a mile. This is not something that you can really just, to have that one leg that you're focusing on to really push it all out, and yet you still came in with a strong finish in those final yards beforehand. What were you focusing on most?
I was thinking about the diamond on my chest, the polar bear on my side, and all the alumni that's watching us right here. Thank you, guys.
They are really proud of you to wear that diamond for NC State. Congratulations again, Anton.
Thank you very much.
Justin, the minute that you got in the water tonight, especially given who was flanking you, your coaches said you were going to have to push it early because those guys had a closing ability. Did you at any point notice the competition that was next to you and have to step it up?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the 200 is just such a grind because you never know how other people swim it. Sometimes people will be able to go out very fast and hold on to it. Sometimes they go out fast and die. But I knew I had the front end speed and the determination to hold on at the end, so I just used the front end speed.
It's a little more than just what you've done in the water that's gotten you here today. Now, your very own mother was a member of the NC State swim team. How special is that for you to be able to carry that along here for the same team?
Well, NC State is all about tradition for both teams. Back in the day when my mom was swimming, both teams are great, so it's really nice to get back to that tradition of winning and just carrying on the name of legacy.
She has got to be pretty proud of the legacy that you're creating, as well as that NC State school as well. Congratulations, Justin.
Thank you.
Jacob, the 400 medley relay comes down to that team event, but for you to have the breaststroke, you have to avoid having those long poles and maximizing every single movement of that to stay out on top. How do you adjust that in a relay event?
Honestly, it comes down to just our training in general. We practice this kind of stuff day in, day out. Training with guys like Justin, Ryan, Andreas, stuff like that. I mean, how cool is it for a guy like me coming from Little Old Nebraska to be saying, like, we're training with Olympians here. So, I think when it comes down to relays, we do it for the team. And at the end of the day, like, there's no other team like Pack, so...
They do have that Olympic pedigree, but you've got nothing to shake your head at either. How did you really handle that transition from these guys have been on Olympic podiums to these are my teammates and I'm going to be better because of them?
I think you honestly, like at the end of the day, like you step up, you wear that diamond, and you do it for heart. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, that's what swimming's for. I mean, you do it for your teammates, you have fun, and like I said, there's nothing like swimming on a relay with these guys. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a part of that relay. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that, you know, we get the job done. So
I think you certainly did your part here today, Jacob. Congratulations.
thank you so much.
Anton, not just a new personal best for you, but a school record on top of that. Now, 400 IM is not an easy event in itself. You add the breaststroke, which is one of the more difficult spaces. That's where you started to close the gap. What were you focusing on in this event?
Like my coach always tell me, stay in the process, trust your training. I knew the other guys would be very fast and they'd fly in the back. Just thought, be composed, swim your own race. I knew the other guys were faster than me the first 200, and just to work the last 200 as hard as you can.
So you go in analyzing their speed, basically, and preserve that for those final 2 legs.
Yes, exactly. That's my strategy all along.
The strategy seemed to work here tonight. Anton, congratulations on that first place finish and a new record.
Thank you.
And you set a exponential time. Then you came out tonight, and not only did you meet it, but you beat it again. Conference, pool records. I mean, really, how did you come out and continue to shave more time off of this event?
It's really in the training that we've done this year. This was a big day for me last year, and then this year, Braden and I talked about just building off of that just to make sure that I can finish throughout the day and make every race better.
So for you, when you look at that, because now that you're shaving off hundredths of seconds, what do you think plays more, the mental or the physical side of this?
I would say I'm definitely an emotional swimmer, so it's a little bit of both. I mean, having my awesome teammates, having 4 guys that I train with every single day in that heat was just really awesome, and it was just a lot of fun.
You made a lot of fun look really easy, something that I'm sure most people cannot do. Coleman, congratulations on another NC State win.
Thank you very much.
Andreas, 2 straight ACC titles is nothing to shake your head at, but you did have that 7th place finish in the NCAAs last year. In that time since, how did you really push yourself to shave off that time and come out here today and take another title?
This year I had the opportunity to swim and train in yards the whole season, so that gave me more experience to actually find my walls, find my technique and my strategy throughout the race. And last year NCAAs was a big lesson for me because I was a little bit afraid because it was my first experience as NCAA. But right now, this title and training with NC State and my coaching staff, I believe that I'll be more prepared.
You certainly seem more comfortable out there again tonight. Andreas, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ryan, this is a theme with the Wolfpack of what we're seeing in this tournament of not only individual repeats and championships, but protecting that name as well. As a senior, to not know what it's like to not walk away with a title, how do you stay hungry?
Well, we really just have the main goal of NCAAs, and after our freshman year, our head coach Braden, he's like, you know what's better than winning 1 ACC title? Winning 2 ACC titles. And so we just kind of have that mentality, keep going over and over for these past 4 years.
So within those 4 years, you talked about he wants 2, well now he wants 5. How have you changed as an individual swimmer since you started here?
Oh man, I didn't even know what underwaters were when I started here. And now 75% of my race is underwaters, and I didn't know I could do a 200 free. Now I'm a 200 freestyle as well.
I think that's pretty safe to say in itself. So while you have mastered the 200 free, if you had to pick one event when you look back on your career, what's your event?
I'd probably say the 100 fly, because I broke Barrett Maysfield's record, and he was like, I would put him on Mount Rushmore, one of the founding fathers of NC State swimming, and so to break his record was pretty sweet.
I think they're pretty proud of you as well, and you've probably earned your face on that mountain, Ryan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Justin, a big pickup on that second leg with an 18-4 split. What is it like to have to go in, and you have that slight lead, but you still have to push ahead and keep ahead of the rest of the pack?
Well, we were just really confident in our training this year, and that's what we trusted. And really, we're just looking at NCAAs and winning that relay when me and Ryan are shaved and we get a full taper in.
You talk about Ryan and being a part of that team and relying on them. You and Ryan have been right behind each other in certain events. How does it push you to train along teammates who also kind of fall in the realm of competition?
It's amazing. Like I said with the previous question, our training group is just absolutely, it couldn't be better. We got some freshmen really stepping up, and some of our guys that weren't on the conference team last year stepping up in practice. And, we get to race each other every day, so it's great.
You've stepped it up as a whole tonight. It has been all NC State. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yesterday, where you not only broke a record during prelims, you went out and then you broke your own record in the finals. Apart from the obvious 100 difference, how do you change your focus coming into the 200 today?
It's a big, Monday afternoons are when we do like our 200 pace, and then Saturdays at the end of the week are also when we do it. So Braden's just really big on focusing on being able to perform even when you're extremely tired, like on a Saturday morning.
You look like you're trying to catch your breath right now, Coleman, so we'll let you go ahead and take a rest for now. Congratulations on another first place finish.
Thank you very much.
Ryan, this event really does come down to the legs that you're taking on. You actually had a teammate, Coleman Stewart, right behind you who had a faster leg in that final piece of the race. So how are you pushing yourself to stay ahead?
Honestly, just telling myself, don't breathe. Just keep your head down and just finish to the wall. Going into the third 25, I saw his white water coming from the corner of my goggles. I was like, oh man, please don't let it be that close. As soon as we got to the wall, I turned his way and we were dead even. I was like, oh shoot, I gotta find another gear here.
So you talk about having that competitive balance of someone who you still want to be, but is still getting points for the team overall. What's that like once you get back out of the pool with him?
We have a saying, well, we have a rule at NC State is like, we leave it on the pool deck. So if some guys are calling each other out, we're not working hard enough, or I don't know, if someone's not doing what they're supposed to do, we call them out in the pool. But as soon as we get off the pool deck, we're back to best friends.
Well, you left it all in the water, and you had a best friend finishing right behind you, Ryan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, guys, we've talked about family with Braden Holloway and how important it is to him. Now, his parents, Beth and Alden, were in the stands tonight, and we got a chance to talk to them for a little bit. Now, the funny thing about this is they're from Louisiana originally. They were both LSU grads, and they didn't really seem to have swimming in their background. So I asked them, how did Braden not only become a swimmer, but now go on to put his heart and soul into building a program? She said when he was 5 years old, they took him to a sports expo where he ended up meeting several Olympians. They signed some posters for him. He walked up to his mom and dad and he said, guys, I'm going to be an Olympic swimmer someday. And he had a death grip on those posters that those Olympic athletes had signed. And like any parent, they kind of looked at him and smiled and said, sure, okay. Well, Braden went on to advance from his NC State swimming career to the 2000 Olympic trials. And then from there, you know, his career just pursued. He went to Virginia Tech, and then he went on to take the helm at NC State, and it's been something that he has been so proud to be a part of. And they said something that's unique about the Wolfpack family, as you've noticed throughout this week, is just how much of them travel. He said, even though, you know, that his parents are now the parents of a coach, they still love getting to know all of the parents of the athletes. The only heartbreak that comes with that is that all of those athletes eventually go on to graduate, but then they get to welcome in a whole new crop of family into this Wolfpack life. So guys, Braden is something that has grown into not just a swimming program, not just something that's a part of a university. It truly has a heart and soul. We've seen it in the stands, and they definitely brought it on the pool tonight. Braden, this entire week, anytime you talk to one of your athletes as they are breaking records and they are setting record times here, the one thing they always talk about is it still comes back to team. It comes back to everything that you have imparted on them. Really, so what's it mean to you to take a consecutive title for this family that stands behind you?
I think it feels really good. These guys are unbelievable men, and they've worked really hard this year with the common goal. And you know, not one person above anyone else. They were all the same, and every day they came in with that mentality, and it's just, you know, they're a very emotional team, as you guys can see, and that's why they like this meet, they like this conference, the great competition that's in this league, and they just start having fun, and then it just kind of goes from there.
As a Wolfpack swimmer yourself, what does it mean to be able to come back and contribute to this program and give them yet another title?
Well, I know just a few years ago, just a couple, when I chose to go to NC State, I had my reasons, and I know why I picked this school, and I know why these guys picked this school, and to see them achieve success, and for this program, for those people up in the stands, it's just a great honor to be associated with NC State.
As you look ahead, obviously you have the NCAAs coming up, and then you start preparing for next season. Where do you go from there, especially as a recruitment specialist, to keep this tradition as strong as it is?
Well, it's a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of great programs out there that can offer many great things to individuals, and all I know is what we can offer and the experience that they can have with our program, along with a great education and live in a great city. And I think, for us, our history is really strong. Our traditions are strong. These guys came here and they held up this tradition and started creating new ones, and we're just gonna keep going and do what we can and bring in more quality individual guys like these guys to our campus.
Well, all these guys and yourself have got a title to go celebrate. Coach, congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Go Wolfpack.
Ryan, one more time here. So as a senior, you're now going to take home one of the biggest awards as an individual can walk away from this. You look back on your ACC experience and what you've left behind you. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, I mean, it's obviously like, I don't know, I don't really like to talk about my achievements or whatnot, but just to kind of like, after that relay, I just sat in the chair and just kind of had a quick 10-second reflection on my whole entire career here at NC State and the ACCs and just kind of what I've built here. And it's only going to be a matter of time before someone comes and breaks my own stuff. So, I mean, records are meant to be broken.
Well, I think you've got a pretty big Wolfpack that's up there in the stands that was excited to see you take down some of your own tonight, Ryan. Congratulations one last time.
Thank you. Go Pack.